and welcome to the first episode of Misogynists on Twitter. And I'm your host, a humorless feminist. This is a web series that is devoted to showcasing some of the seemingly endless stream of misogyny on Twitter. First up, we have a lovely example of fashion choices. Hillary in 2016, because I own a pantsuit store. Hashtag just pantsuits. Well, I am pretty sure that the secretary is going to find you creepy rather than helpful. So I'm glad you support her. Good for you. But yeah, she's never going to ask you to help her with her pantsuits. And now from our file of things that never happened. Want to go back to a beautiful time when women didn't have rights and stayed in the kitchen? This is inaccurate because women never stayed in the kitchen. We were allowed out occasionally to do laundry. You know, the misogyny is not always negative, so to speak. Sometimes it tries to have a positive message. 3 reasons not to kill yourself. Big titties, small titties, and medium titties. So the next time you are feeling really depressed, down, and possibly suicidal, remember to be glad that we have big, small, and medium paradise tits. For instance, we have the elegant tit, the varied tit, and everyone's favorite, Pierre David's tits. Now this next one, we're going to need the translator for. I'm not saying she is a slut, but she has had more balls in her mouth than a game of Hungry Hungry Hippos. So let me get out the translator, and there it is. Okay, and let's go ahead and hit translate. So now it's clear. I'm not saying she is a slut, but I'm saying she is a slut. Street harassment against women has been a pretty big thing lately. I yelled my Twitter handle out at this attractive woman. Maybe she'll follow me. Hashtag I got game. Hashtag swag. So ladies, the next time that a man yells, "Show me your tits" on the street, he's actually asking you to follow his Twitter because apparently he's really into birds. And I'm sure he has lots of very interesting things to say. So this next one, we're going to do a grade. Women should go to space because it's vacuum and they'll be in their natural habitat. So, okay, I'm going to give him a D-. I would have given him an F, but he is actually trying to be somewhat positive about women and telling us to, expand our horizons. However, he kind of ruins it because he thinks we live in vacuum cleaners. Now, I don't know about you, but my vacuum cleaner gets kind of dusty, so yeah, I'm not going to go live in it. And we have a man going his own way. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the term, a man who is going his own way is a man who's decided to reject society's insistence that he be with a woman. Ever. He's not gay, he does find women physically attractive, he just doesn't want to deal with us. I'm always going to lack the physical intimacy I desire. The worst thing, women aren't even worth going through the needed to get them. To be serious, actually serious here for a minute, humans do need physical touch with each other. We are a social species, and touch is a big part of our socialization. The problem is that people such as this guy don't like the fact that women have certain expectations when you go out in a public space. If you come out in public and you haven't bathed, you don't wash your teeth, you don't do any of the things that normally we expect regular humans to do when they're going to interact socially with another person, especially if it's to be romantically inclined, the fact is it's not women's fault for wanting to have a basic standard. It's not men's fault either. They want us to do the same. But it is not fair of him to blame us for this. Sorry, it's not. But to end on a lighter note, Women say they love a man in uniform, but when I go clubbing in my McDonald's uniform, none of them will even talk to me. I'm confused. So this brings us to the end of Misogynists on Twitter by your host, a humorless feminist. Thank you for watching. I hope you were not amused because I certainly never am. If you liked our first episode, be sure to subscribe for the next installment. And if you run across any misogyny on Twitter, feel free to let me know either by emailing me or sending it to my Twitter account linked below. If you find misandry on Twitter, feel free to send it to me as well. It might actually cure my chronic lack of humor. And you have a good day.